Happy New Year! Stupid! Merry Christmas!
Hindi mabuksan ni Sir yung pinto.
Napakaayaw.
Wow!
Oh, grabe.
Wow! 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 Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So, we're gonna start this year with so much positivity and of course, it's so much fun. So, yeah. Today, I'm gonna do my first book haul for this year, 2021. And also we're gonna try a chapter. Which means that... That was hard. All the books that I have on my book haul, I'm gonna read the first chapter and I'm gonna try and guess like what's the plot or the synopsis of this book based on the first chapter. So it's so fun. We're gonna do that. And after reading all the books that I have in here, I'm gonna pick my favorite ones, and then those that I'm going to choose will be on my next reading vlog. Okay, it's so cute. They put Kranya Pula in here, which means a lot of things like Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Good Year, a lot of things. So it's cute. So let's start with the first book that I have in here. So in this cute Christmassy paper bag, I have this book, The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. Cute, right? I've been wanting to read this book, but just now I finally got my hands on it, so yes. Oh wow, Stephen King says here, right here, Tremblay's personal best. It's that good. I trust you, Stephen King. You know that. I'm excited. Let's move on. The next ones are these 4 cuties. So I have here My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing and Karen Slaughter, Pieces of Her. I'm excited. I have another Karen Slaughter, which is The Last Widow. And the last book is Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. So I think I have all thrillers in here. So we're gonna start reading all of these books. I'm gonna read the first chapter and I'm gonna tell you their synopsis based on the first chapter, because to be honest with you, I do not know what are these books all about, so this is gonna be my first time reading them. Fun fact about me is that I would always buy a book if I know it's gonna be, you know, a thriller genre, and if I like the author, if I know the author, or if this book is the one that I have heard before, but really not knowing the synopsis or the plot of a certain book, because I always want to surprise myself. So you would see me buying, you know, books that I don't know the plot. It's just so fun because I don't know, I want to have like different varieties of thrillers. So it's just my way of like, you know, purchasing a book, just so you know. Also, I'm still trying to figure out like what are things that I like in a thriller, but for now I like thrillers with detectives, solid police work, mystery, because I want to solve a case. I mean, for now, that's my thriller. So yeah, let's start reading the first chapter of The Cabin at the End of the World. I'm excited. Let's get into this book. I'm back. So I just finished the first chapter of The Cabin at the End of the World, and it has like 25 pages for the first chapter, and it started so slow, but the ending was too strong. Like, I want to read the second chapter as soon as I finish the first one because it has a cliffhanger, and oh my god, it's so good. I just can't wait to read more about this book. So I hope this will be one of my picks, so I will have this book on my reading vlog. So here's the synopsis. We have this 8-year-old girl, more about her perspective in the first chapter, and she loves grasshopper. It's more like grasshopper. And then she has 2 dads because she was adopted. Originally, she's from China. And when she's trying to catch these grasshoppers, there's a stranger who talked to her. And of course, if there's a stranger, you're not allowed to, talk to him or her because you don't know a person. But Wen, her name is Wen Ling, and her nickname is Wen. Wen felt that she could trust this stranger guy. His name is Leonard, and after their long conversations at the end of the first chapter, there were 2 friends of him that showed up, and this stranger guy, Leonard, telling this 8-year-old girl that your dads will not let us in, but you have to make tough decisions. It's not gonna be your fault. It's just that we need to save the world, like something like weird and creepy stuff. And just like, oh my god, that's the end of the first chapter. So I was like, man, I want to jump into the second one. So that's pretty much it for the first chapter of the Cabin at the End of the World. So yeah, I'm gonna jump into my second book, which is My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. This book, so I'm excited. I'm gonna read the first chapter and I will let you know. Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere. Chapter of My Lovely Wife. It has only 9 pages, so oh my god, I love this book. The story follows this guy named Tobias, and it's written in the first person perspective, so it's so cool. Tobias met this girl in the bar named Petra, and then Tobias was deaf, and when he met this girl in the bar who kept looking at him, he approached her and they were talking because he's deaf. Of course, he couldn't talk, right? He's typing his words on his phone. So she's reading it and she's typing back. And but still he could read lips. So he could understand her when she's talking, so he'll have to type every time. But anyway, back to her house, and at the end of the first chapter, she called him and said, "Are you really deaf?" Tobias, our main character, of course, heard her because he isn't really deaf. He just pretended to be deaf. I don't know for what freaking reason, but yeah, he pretended to be deaf and shut the door behind her. Oh my god, it's so good. I want to read the second chapter, but we still have books to read, so we'll see. We're moving on to our third book, which is Karen Slaughter's Pieces of Her. So I'm gonna read the first chapter and I will let you know. finished Pieces of Her by Karen Slaughter, and oh my god, it has 23 pages, but the first chapter was so intense. It was so intense. So we're following the story of this girl named Andy, and she was living in New York, but the competition there was too tough. So she went back to her mother because her mother got a breast cancer, so she needed to take care of her mother. And oh my god, something happened that I don't want to spoil it to you guys. So that was so intense. There's murder already in the first chapter, so I like it, but it's intense. Anyway, I'm gonna move on my next book, so let's get into it. The next book is another Karen Slaughter's, The Last Widow. So let's start reading the first chapter, shall we?
Pas de soleil, 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 pas de soleil.
Chapter of The Last Widow by Karen Slaughter, and it has also 23 pages, but to be honest with you, I didn't like it that much. I don't know, because we're following this mother and daughter, and the mother was being abducted, but I don't know what's the reason. And in the next few pages there's some new characters popping up, so okay, that they have like problems with their spouses. Okay, the plot is not really my thing. I didn't like it that much, so we're moving on to the last book. Book is Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. Let's read this. The only first chapter because we really don't have chapters in here, and I just read this one and it's too poetic, and I think someone's admiring Lolita, so I don't know, I don't like it much for now, so I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna pass for this book, and let's do the outro for this video. So we just finished doing try a chapter for all the books that we have in here, so I think my favorite ones are The Cabin at the End of the World, and of course My Lovely Wife. I think you will see these books on my next reading vlog, so I'm gonna save Karen Slaughter's books. Pieces of Her was too intense, and The Last Widow, I didn't like it, so I'm gonna save Karen Slaughter's books for the next I don't know, in the near future reading vlogs. And by Lolita, I don't know, we'll see, but you will see this on my reading vlog. I don't know when, where, how, we'll see. It's gonna be it for this video because it's starting to get dark outside, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy my first video for this year, and a happy new year to everyone, and I'll see you again on my next vlog, so peace out.